Here we have another match. Alasdair is in the purple. I'm just going to call him Ali. And Sleepless in the blue. I'm going to call him Sleepy, because that's what I called him. So Ali's gone for Teutons. And Sleepy's gone for Slavs. Sorry, I dropped my mouse there for a second. So this is number 6 Alasdair versus number 11 Sleepless Sloth. Slavs versus Teutons. These are two very good civs. Very strong civs. In a straight infantry fight, the Slavs have the edge, unless the Teutons bring out Teutonic Knights. Teutonic Knights will destroy anything infantry, except for maybe Jaguar Warriors and maybe Samurai. As far as champions go, Slavs have the strongest champions in the game if you fully upgrade them and get them Druzina. The more infantry you have, the stronger your Slav champions are. I've done simulations where you put like 60 Slav champions versus Aztecs, Japanese, any civ that gets an infantry bonus, and the Slavs win every time. The more champions, the better they win. I've never done the simulation with less than 21 though, so maybe if it was like 10 on 10, maybe the Aztecs would win with their extra attack, but I don't know. But in high numbers, Slav champions are the best champions in the game. So Teutons have cheaper farms, so Ali should have more wood whenever he gets to fuel to sell. Slavs have faster farming. Which means Sleepy is going to need less food to get to the next age, or less farms to get to the next age. Teutons have a full siege workshop. They get bombard cannons, but they don't get siege ram, and the Slavs do not get bombard cannons. Bombard cannons, I would say, are the Slavs' weakness. If you can sit back and snipe the Slav siege onagers, then you can just walk in with your own siege onagers and just slowly push the other player. Rick Alasdair's chosen a 15 population feudal age. And Sleepy is at 16. Or is he going to build another villager? Okay, so Ali's going to build a market. And a... Oh, because he went up so early. He doesn't have a lot of extra wood to sell. He has no extra wood to sell, actually. Personally, that's why I like going up with between 18 to 20. You have more resources to sell because you didn't go up as fast. It's true, you don't get as much gold because the other players will sell first. You have more to sell. So, see which one you like more between those. So this looks like my build order. Alasdair's... I don't know if he's built his blacksmith yet. But both players are building the market, selling their wood for gold, putting their farms back up, and trying to get enough food to go to Castle Age. Alasdair has the food and the gold, just needed the blacksmith. And he will advance whenever he's done researching Wheelbarrow. There it is, on to Castle Age. Sleepy just needs... Well, he only needed one more villager to drop off food, but he clicked the... Was that loom upgrade? Let's speed up a little. You should see second town center. And, yep. Wood cutting upgrade. I'm expecting to see that lumber can't get deleted for a town center. There we go. He can fit a farm there. Okay, that works because he's going to delete these two farms for house space. And this looks exactly like my build, just a little bit slower. When that tree drops, you can put a town center there. Okay, just not paying attention. To keep himself from getting housed, he's got to delete a farm to build some houses. Okay, I guess he's not going to go for a third town center. Well, that's okay. Ethan does a 2 town center push, and it's very strong. Just depends on how you play it. Alasdair has the food. He just needs a little bit more wood. Get a little more wood, he can advance to Imperial Age with his onagers and start pushing towards Sleepy. There's a monastery and a market. Siege workshop. Got some onagers or mangonels in the queue. Got enough resources for onager. Research Imperial Age. Sleepy is also on his way to Imperial Age. He has less villagers, less economy, but he also has enough for the onager upgrade right away. So he's looking to catch up in eco. And Alasdair's looking to just stay ahead. I expect to see Alasdair do what Ethan did. That's the number 4 versus number 13 game if you haven't seen it. He's going to basically build his economy on his way to attack, which can be strong, very strong, but if Sleepy starts pushing to attack at the same time, Allie and Sleepy might be met up in the middle before he has his military buildings out. So he's building another town center, he's building farms on the path. It's a 2-player map, so it's pretty small. Smart, building more farms. That's what you need to do. But you also need to plop down a barracks and a blacksmith so you can start getting your researches. Yep, blacksmith so he can start getting his researches. Teutonic Knights are a great halberdier killer. Most players use halberdiers because they're cheap, and then they can use all their gold on Sorry. Most people build halberdiers because they're cheap and they can use all their gold for siege. Siege is mostly what will win you force nothing games. That's a very strong looking economy. He just needs to get military buildings, get production buildings, get your researches. Slavs have this amazing bonus where military buildings give you population space. So you need less houses because your production buildings will provide you population space.
Hasten?
Alasdair producing Teutonic Knights. The best thing versus Teutonic Knights that Slavs can make is Heavy Scorpion. Siege Onagers will destroy a bunch of Scorpions all at once. But with the amount of gold he's spending on Teutonic Knights, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make Bombard Cannons. Let's count production buildings, shall we? 1, 2, 2 barracks and a castle. 4 barracks and a siege workshop, but he does not have upgrade to Siege Onager yet. Two onagers down. Where's the military? Oh, he's going straight for two-hand swordsman. No castle, so he does not have Druzina, which is a major technology that you want to have when you're fighting a better, stronger infantry civ like Teutons. Without Druzina, these halberdiers are just going to get wrecked. Those Teutonic Knights are just going to walk right into that base without Heavy Scorpions or Druzina. All of Sleepy's production buildings are going down. You need Scorpions. There's Scorpions, but he only has 3. Not enough. There's not enough Scorpions to kill those Teutonic Knights. If he had the Scorpions out here, backed by his onagers, or fronted by his onagers, then he might have been able to stop this push. But his eco's a wreck. Yeah, he knew it was over. Good game. Good game. Let's look at the statistics. Teutonic Knights. They're crazy. They're crazy strong. If you don't have Scorpions or a bunch of ranged units, you're never going to stop them. Especially without Druzina. Very close times going up to everything except for Feudal Age. Close game, the difference being lack of Druzina and Scorpions, and Teutonic Knights are just beastly. If Sleepy had made Boyars, that probably would have done a lot better versus Teutonic Knights. Let's go to game 2. Goths versus Bulgarians. Interesting. So here, they did it right. Losing player gets to pick a home map. This is 9x9. I start by building mill and a house. You cut the wood south of the town center. Yeah, I do it this way. the way Sleepy did it, build the lumber camp first. Now you don't have to worry about building your extra buildings. And you can put another farm there. Okay, Alasdair gets first sale, which is really nice. But you don't usually have a lot to sell. So he's got the resources. He's just going to get to 25 villagers before he advances. Bulgarians have a good siege workshop. They're just lacking bombard cannons. Their town centers cost 50 stone, and their militia line upgrades free. If he builds a castle, then Sleepy has +5 melee armor on his two-handed swordsman, which are free upgrades. Looks like Alasdair is going to go for a 1 town center up. And Sleepy's going for 3 town centers. It's a good boom, but if the 1 town center approach, he attacks you quickly before you can get your production buildings up, then it's not... Oh, Alasdair's got a 2nd town center up. I would say Sleepy's firmly ahead for now. More villagers, more town centers. Now we're back to waiting for them to get their wood count up, their food count up. So I'm going to speed back up. I'll slow it back down whenever they're nearing their fight. So this is my favorite part of Forest Nothing. You don't have to worry about a 3-minute militia rush. You don't have to worry about a scout rush. You don't have to wall because there's a ton of trees around you. You have time to produce your villagers, get your military ready. You have time. That is my favorite part of Forest Nothing. Looks like Sleepy learned his lesson and is already getting his researches from his blacksmith. Got onagers out. Alasdair's doing kind of the same thing, building his economy on his way to attack. Sleepy, because of the stone cost, was able to put up 2 more town centers. Market, barracks, university, getting his researches. You can put more farms or houses there. He went for farms. And with Goths, you know you're going to see a lot of infantry. So if Sleepy had been Aztecs, Jaguar warriors would be an amazing pick. So he can't see him yet. Let's see if the Goth spam can overcome Bulgarians. He needs a castle. He needs to build a castle so he gets the extra melee armor on his two-handed swordsman. So Sleepy is capped at 210. He needs houses. He needs houses badly. Although Bulgarians have a better siege workshop. Oh, sorry about that. We'll go back to normal speed. Honestly, in this fight, I would prefer the position of the Bulgarians. He's got 40 farms, which should be sufficient. He can sell that wood. He gets siege engineers where the Goths do not. The one thing Goths have that Bulgarians don't is bombard cannon. But with scorpions behind, siege onagers, and what the Bulgarians can spam, this should be a win for the Bulgarians. Need to get those siege onagers, take out those siege workshops. Use your onagers to take out the production buildings where the scorpions kill the infantry. Ooh, you have 13 stuck units behind that university. You got a bunch of food and wood, which is good. There we go. We're seeing some bombard cannons. I expected to see those sooner. Bombard cannons to snipe the onagers, except that one got too close. There you go. Take out the siege workshop. And the bombard cannon. Nice. Alasdair's got 8 units stuck. Why I try not to build on the edge of the trees, just in case my units get stuck. He's up to 18 stuck units. Alasdair is 90 units down from what he could have. One onager kills 3. That's a good trade. He needs to look and see this. He needs those units. He's got 20 units stuck. If Sleepy loses, it's probably going to be because he has so many stuck units, or just units not fighting. You need to get all your units together. Stop this push and you can probably win this fight. How? 22, come on, man. 22 units stuck. Bulgarians are still in the better position. Okay, he finally noticed. I don't know if he killed them or sent them in, but Sleepy finally noticed that he was missing 20 units. Ouch. 4 scorpions down. 6, maybe. Go after those bombard cannons with everything you have. If he kills your scorpions, you're dead. He's using his bombard cannons to take out... What is he fighting with his bombard cannons? Smart. Siege workshop. If Ali loses all of his bombard cannons, it's going to be really hard for him to fight this. He needs to use his bombard cannons to snipe the scorpions. Okay, forward barracks, that's good. Faster reinforcements because the Goth spam is so good. Goth spam units so fast. You need to take out those bombard cannons. If you take out those bombard cannons and he can't produce any more, then Bulgarian should have this hands down. I see one more bombard cannon. For now, last bombard cannon for Ali down. What's his house situation look like? Ram those houses down. That's 25 less population. This looks like kind of a last push with champions to see if he can push back the Bulgarians. Still no castle, no extra armor for his militia line. Ooh, Sleepy just killed 3 of his own scorpions. That's not a good trade. Alasdair looks like he might be able to push this back. Sleepy needs to get more scorpions out. He needs more scorpions. That's gonna hurt. Siege wins games. And right now, Alasdair's siege is just doing better. And that's almost all of Sleepy's siege. He needs to sell some of that food, some of that wood, and he needs to get a lot more scorpions out on the field. Bring your 12 idle villagers, make more production buildings, delete them. You just can't have that many idle villagers. My thinking is, if he didn't have those 20 idle military at the beginning, he would have pushed further by now, and Alasdair would have had less to fight back with. Because he would have been pushed further into his base. So far, this looks like a fairly even fight. But with the better siege workshop, the Bulgarian should have pushed in by now. And if he had put up a outpost here, he would have seen the Goth eco was exposed. Could have just pushed in, hit the eco, this game would be over. Instead, we see Alasdair pushing back, building his forward production buildings back. This is a really good game. Slavs with Druzina would be amazing to fight this. Slavs also get heavy scorpions. I hear a Treb. That's smart. He's going to treb down the production buildings. Yeah. Sleepy needs more farms so he can sell some food for gold. He needs gold badly. Bombard cannons, trebs are going to start hitting at scorpions. You could have +8. You could have +8 on those two-handed swordsmen. Sleepy, you need to send those in and hit the eco. And you need to bring more villagers to rebuild those production buildings that you lost. So I liked the position Sleepy was in as Bulgarians, but with losing his production buildings and being pushed back, I'm not sure if Sleepy is going to be able to hold out and win. Yes, Goths get 10 extra population, but 10 population shouldn't matter all that much. Ali's got 60 halberdiers there he's just not using. Yeah, you need to build a castle as Bulgarians to get that extra armor on your melee units. More farms. I don't normally remember to refresh my lumber camps. He did. That was good. Alasdair expands, build more farms. This is the longest game we've had so far. Sleepy sent two-handed swordsmen into the farms for Alasdair. Like I said, it's usually like a desperation move. He's hoping to starve Alasdair of food. Goths need food because of their spam. You can see all the flashing dots in the purple base. All places that Sleepy's currently hitting. He took out 35 of the farms. But is it enough to stop the push? Looks like it was a great distraction. I just don't think it was enough. Alasdair has to rebuild his economy because he lost 30 farmers. All of the halberdiers he had back fighting need to go forward again. With more scorpions, two-handed swordsman, Sleepy might be able to fight this off. But he's losing more production buildings. Bombard cannons are a horrible thing to fight if you don't have them yourselves. It looks like Sleepy's just being overwhelmed at this point. Alley's back to 45 farmers. Looks like he was able to push through the raid. It didn't do as much damage as Sleepy needed. Alright, Sleepy, now you need to send your villagers forward again and rebuild all the buildings that you lost there. Build them all back. Wow, he just walked all those scorpions into the middle of Alasdair's army.
Yeah.
Once again, you have bombard cannons sniping scorpions. Hard to fight Goths. It is hard to fight Goths. You need superior infantry. And he would have had that if he had just built a castle and researched the castle tech. Let's see what it's called. I have no idea how to say that. Baganes. But with extra 5 melee armor, he would have been able to kill champions and halberdier much, much easier with his two-handed swordsman. I believe his two-handed swordsman would have been better than the champions with the +5. That would have given him +8 armor. Wow, good game, but higher score loses for once. That puts Alasdair on to the next round. So there were a couple different ways I thought Sleepy could have won that. First being whenever he had 20 military trapped for like 8 minutes. That 20 military he probably could have pushed in, killed that castle, pushed into the eco. Second being Alasdair cut through here with no... If Sleepy had cut through there earlier, he had no production buildings in front. He could have wiped the eco, but he didn't. He kept trying to fight the army. Let's look at the statistics. See, he killed 1,000 more units than he lost, but the Goth spam was huge. Hard to, I guess, yeah, it's really hard to push him when they have double your military size. That was a good game. Number 6, Alasdair is moving on. Number 11, Sleepless Sloth is eliminated.